Make sure y'all good. Okay, guys, so we got another video basically talking about, bruh, I want to quit my 9 to 5. I'm tired of this bull crap. Like, they let this one coworker always slack off, sits and just slacks. This other girl flirting with me. The manager just bullying me, it seems. I'm just gonna let y'all see, though.
The most savage way to quit a job.
Hello guys, my name is Gregory Watkins. I've been with the company for 10 years. Well, next month to make 10 years. Southwest Airtrain. No clap, please, clap.
Everybody was so happy for him.
Alright, so last week, I got an occurrence for a 15-minute tardy. And like I asked him, like, damn, like, I've been for 10 years. Yeah, look at it online later on. Okay, so I asked for like 15 minutes. And they said, no. I'm like, dang, y'all got 10 years of my life and I can't get 15 minutes? And they said, no. Some just had to say, man, fuck y'all. Like, I quit. And I better get my damn bonus check, too. Like, for real.
There you go. Hey, congrats to him for how long he did that, though. But the fact that everybody was clapping and then they hear that, they was all like, what the hell? Oh, damn. They got another one. Hey, that's how it be in real life, man. You can't just sacrifice your life to these jobs and then wonder why you're never getting appreciated, because literally they don't care to appreciate any of us, and that's how life goes.
Hey, how are you? Give me just a second. Well, seems like it's unplugged, so attention, Target shoppers! Consider this my grande exit. You see, I've been brewing up something more than thankless lattes and overpriced sugar water. My grande plan to escape this wretched heat dungeon of soulless fluorescent lights and infant crying ambiance. But before I go, let's talk about your piss poor benefits policy. I mean, it's like ordering a large frappuccino with a double shot of disappointment. Sick time, vacation hours, ha! You'd be better off asking for unicorn tears. Well, how's this for a magical double shot? I quit. Call them. Moi, no bars.
See, now that he made it a public type thing, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just funny as hell, because it's like, bruh, what was that outro he just did? He did a whole evil laugh like he got away with the bag or something. You still gotta go find another job.
I just walked out of my job. And I'm not crying because of that. I'm crying because of what happened after. My job is super stressful, and it's been like physically affecting me for the last few months, and I just really had enough. As soon as I left, I saw so many angel numbers. I turned on the music in my car, and this is the song that's playing.
When the tears start falling and the world feels so heavy,
I didn't know the meaning of 999, and when you look up 999, I'll put it on the screen. I read that and immediately started crying, and as I was crying, reading about that, I look over and next to me is a taxi with 444 on it. I'm just happy that I got that reassurance. Your health is number one and should always be number one. Nobody should be working a job that you're miserable in just for like financial stability. You shouldn't. I'm ready for the next chapter of my life, and I need to stop crying. Holy shit. I love you. Bye.
See, that's the worst, man. When you just lose your job and it's like, what else? Like, she's breaking down. That's what I say, man. Never let these jobs get you that far where you're going to break down. It just makes no sense, man. Because after you get done crying, you still got to wipe those tears away, wipe them one by one, and get back to the 9 to 5. But find something that's good for you, man. And comment down below. Have you ever broke down to a job and cried? And how was that? And like and subscribe. Thanks.
Well, don't quit. Because once you quit, you ain't going to be able to stop. I can't quitting jobs.
I kid you not. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just can't. Somebody.
See, don't be these type of people. What the hell do you mean you can't stop quitting? That's what I don't understand. Like, I know I talk about my job and how it's going, but I'm not going to just quit the job. That's what's not going to happen. You got to keep making that cheddar. The cheddar should never stop chedding. When your teeth start getting white, that's when it's getting wrong. Your teeth should get orange because you got too much cheddar.
Yep.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Good, how you going?
Good. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a call and let you know I want to give it my 2 weeks today.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Can I ask why? Or?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna basically work on my own startup company that started full time now. So I think it's the time now for me to just take the chance and go for it.
See, now that's key points. Even though they're exposing themselves, doing it, they got the courage to do it. They're getting some type of freedom out of it. That's all that matters. Even if they ain't getting, a winning from it, they're taking a win by being free. And that's what matters most. And I probably want to quit myself soon. I'm not playing, man. And hey, man, don't forget to like and subscribe. Help us go up in the algorithm. For real, for real. If you fuck with the video, fuck with me.
I was hoping we could meet in person today because I just wanted to talk to you both about something. I was hoping we could do that before the meeting.
Yeah, sure. Like now?
Yeah, if that's okay. But,
Wow. Thanks for sharing this info. Thanks for your transparency. Let's catch up again tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Not gonna lie, she's got a lot of courage to quit her job. Like, especially, in person versus just quitting and not having to deal with it. That tells you a person can't deal with it. When people are just putting you through stuff, it's like, come on now. What are y'all doing right now? And just make no sense.
So I do this thing where I quit every single job that I ever have over the most minor of inconveniences. So I'm going to tell you every single job I quit and why. I got so tired of working at Amazon because everyone watches you all the time. And I just got so tired of it. So I started doing this thing where I would clock in and then I would sit in the break room for 10 hours every single day. I did this for like a month until I got caught. And then they wanted me to explain myself. So I just quit. So I used to work at a pizzeria, not this one, but you'd be surprised how many customers are so rude over pizza. At one point, I literally got so mad that I cursed at a customer. And then I immediately realized what I did. And I was like, well, there is absolutely no coming back from this. So instead of arguing with them, I literally just hung up the phone. I looked in the back and I was like, I need to go outside for a minute. And then I just kept walking home. I never came back. So I used to work at Don Pablo's, rest in peace, but this job was literally so freaking boring. I picked up smoking just so I could go outside and have like a million smoke breaks so I wouldn't have to do my job. It was literally that boring. And the one day I went to go smoke and then I came back to the front and all the girls were like, hey, like the boss is looking for you. And I was like, well, why? And they were like, well, I think they want you to stay later because the other like people like left. So like they wanted you to stay later. And I was like, So I clocked out. I texted my friend immediately. I was like, meet me outside right now. I picked up my things and I left and I never came back.
See, I feel her on that one. Like, I probably wouldn't leave. It depends, but it gets to that matter where you gotta just either make a choice or just make it and thug it out. But hopefully she figures something out because these jobs is really getting exposed and it just one by one. You never know. But y'all let me know in the comments. Have you had to leave a job, and how did that go for you? And like and subscribe so I can go up in the algorithm. Thanks.
I can't believe that there are people out there that are actually willing to quit their job without a 2-week notice. I mean, do they understand what kind of damage that does to the company, or what kind of damage that does to their coworkers? It's selfish and unprofessional is what it is. That was the topic of discussion at a leadership and development class I went to over the weekend. I love going to these things. Number one, it's absolutely great content. Number two, I go like this. I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm not wearing a suit and tie. And I ask the questions that I feel like most of us want answers to. When the panel was asked about 2-week notices and layoffs, I simply asked, when's the last time any of you have ever been fired? Scratch that. When's the last time any of you were terminated or laid off without a severance package? If we're going to be honest, when's the last time your card was ever declined? With this current economy and market, are you struggling to pay bills? Did you receive a bonus or a pay adjustment to be able to compete in this competitive market to keep you where you're at? Because the ground level people who are leaving in droves did not. Most of your employees that you laid off during COVID got a 2-day notice, as in today is going to be the last day of your employment. The employees that you have now are in a position to where they are now doing the task of the employees that you let go of, and they are not being compensated for it. If you are making price adjustments to your product to be able to stay competitive in this market, then you have to make price adjustments to your employees to be able to stay competitive in this market as well. And most of your employees understand risk and reward. We do not have the same risk that you have in operating this company. However, we do run the risk every day that you can tell us to go home. It's not the compensation that is being discussed. It's the amount of compensation that is being discussed. If you take away the incentive programs that allow your employees to want to stay and do better, then they will no longer want to stay and do better. I recently did a video about all these franchises that are closing because they have priced themselves out of the market. And this idea of no 2-week notice is what's happening on a bigger level. People are pricing themselves out of the market. Average employees, the ones that are out here doing the work, are priced out of the market. Between housing, gas, and general living, people cannot afford to go to work anymore. You're worried about what's making them leave. Well, I think you need to be more worried about how to make them stay.
See, I'm happy someone's exposing this, because literally, a lot of us gotta pay for gas, gotta pay for food, and that's already a lot of money. I spend almost, it can be 20 to 30 bucks every day just to eat a whole meal. I only eat 2 to 3 times a day. And then don't get me started on gas, bruh. Oh my gosh, my truck drinks. And I gotta drive 15.
I quit Amazon after 4 months, and here's why. To the people that left on day 1 and day 2, I salute you. Let me not forget about the person who left after the first break. After seeing all those people leave, I still stayed steadfast, right? I was determined. I said, I'm going to have fun with this. I'll be on my own delivering packages. What can go wrong? A lot. First, let me just talk about orientation. Let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm not saying don't work from Amazon. I'm not trying to persuade you not to work. I'm just sharing with you my experiences. Do what you will. The expectations are unrealistic. Training is not what you're going to be doing when you're out there actually driving. The way that they do training and the way they promote safety only stays in that training class. It does not go with you when you're actually on the road. Let's get into it. Number 1, AC, non-existent. They never work, and if they do work, it's just blowing out heat. And honestly, it's the AC is the reason why I quit, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. I never felt so disrespected like I did when I was at Amazon. I almost went into a depression working there. Number 2, we worked 10-hour shifts, and you would think that's enough time to deliver a lot of packages, but it's really not. You had either 180 packages or 230 packages to deliver, and 10 hours in a day is just not enough. And it's a shame, because there are some drivers there who thought it was just a badge of honor that Amazon could count on them. No matter how many packages they get, they're still going to finish on time. And I knew I did not belong. And I'll never forget, one time I took a 17-minute break and dispatch is texting me saying, "You good?" As in, I'm already behind. I'm already behind when you guys built in 2 15-minute breaks into the shift and a 30-minute lunch. But if I take a 17-minute break, I'm already behind. That means that y'all built in the breaks into the schedule, but it's really not realistic. Like, it's not doable at all, because if you take it, you're gonna be behind. Which one y'all want me to do? Take a break or not take a break? And then number 3, the reason why I quit. This is where Amazon messed up. So I was trained after I think like a month, I was trained in the EDVs. And if you go and Google, look it up, EDV is just like the futuristic Amazon vans. Not every state has them, but I was trained in the EDVs, and I thought, okay, I can stay here for a little bit longer. The EDVs are so much better to drive. They're really neat. Like, truly, it's very neat. They have AC in the seats, AC blowing in the front. Like, it was great. I said, okay, I can go on a little bit longer with this.
See, not gonna lie to you, bruh. Just from watching that just tells you, literally, that's how they be treating Amazon workers, warehouse workers, to the low minimum wage jobs. That's how they be treating us, and it just makes no sense. When all this heat, it will tear you up. I'm telling you, just having all this heat and not having no AC. I feel for him, though. Hopefully he figures something better, though, man.
But one day, after I was trained, 4th month of driving EDVs, there was another group that came in. They wanted to train them on the EDVs. They passed, and then I came into work, and they put me back in the vans. That was my 13th reason. I loaded my van up. Oh, that's another thing. Maybe I'll talk about that process in another video if you guys really like this. But I loaded my van up. I was about to go on my route. An hour in, I delivered a couple of packages. But after an hour, I called my mama. Now, you know, when a boy's calling his mama, it's a wrap. It's a done deal. It ain't nothing you can say. After that, I called my mama. I said, "Mama, I'm about to quit." And she was like, "Well, yeah, do what you need to do. If you know that's the right thing." I said, "That's the right." Oh, well, I was about to cry. Like, "That's the right thing, Mama. I'm gonna do the right thing." And I drove back to the station. First, I texted dispatch. I said, "I'm about to RTS," and that just simply means return to station. And they respond, "Is everything okay?" I left them on red. Drove back to the station. Ooh, I'd never quit a job like this ever before, but it felt so good. So good to do it this way. Drove back, and remember, my van is completely full of packages in the back, and I had a heavy route that day too. And I said, you know what, I feel so sorry for the people that was expecting their package today, because it ain't coming. It ain't arriving today. Got back to the station. I didn't even go to dispatch. I just left the keys right there on the seat. All that stuff in there, you know, in the back was still, those packages were still there. Grabbed my backpack, and I left. I got in my car and I drove home. I'm telling you, whenever you see an Amazon driver, pray for them. Their working conditions are horrific. And it's so crazy because the CEO of Amazon is one of the richest men in the world. And the employees have the worst working conditions. Had y'all kept me in the EDV, I would have been fine. Y'all would have had me for maybe a couple more months. But y'all put me back in these busted up, raggedy, no AC having, behind vans. And I just wasn't gonna do it. Not in the summer in Florida. No sir. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. So if you're thinking about working for Amazon, no. And that's all I'll say. That's all I got to say.
And so with that, man, that just tells you, though, these people are really going through it. For us, younger generation, I don't understand y'all boomers. Y'all got more experience. Y'all went through a lot too, but it's different for us, I think, because we got to go through a lot of stress, and they're not caring about this at our jobs, and they're keeping it short staff. they're not even trying to hire us. So it's making it harder on us to even put hard work if they don't want our work, you know? But let me know down below what y'all think. Y'all agree with me or disagree? And also like and subscribe, you know? Comment down below and boost the algorithm. Let's go up inside. Like, for real, man.